Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video I'm going to give my personal thoughts about the characters that have been revealed so far for Skylanders Imaginators. So I'm going to start off first with Kingpin. So, Kingpin looks to be a really interesting character. I'm really liking Kingpin personally. From a design standpoint, he's the first penguin we've ever had, and I love it when we get new types of Skylanders, like, new species. We've been wanting like a sand character for a long time. If there was ever a sand character, that would be really cool. This instance, we got a penguin. Never had a penguin before. And I really like him, and I really like the theming overall for Master Kingpin. He waddles around in game and has his gigantic ice attacks. He looks to be like a really versatile character, with not only those big, brawling, the big melee attacks, where he's going to be able to get in close and deal a ton of damage, but then he can also fall back and summon his gigantic things from the sky, giant ice balls to crush enemies, and that looks to be like he's going to be a really versatile character, so I'm really thinking he's going to be pretty cool. Plus, the figure quality of him looks awesome. I really love the figure for that guy. Next up, Tritip. Tritip looks like a really cool character. He's actually the third dinosaur we've had, but unlike the two other dinosaurs that we have, he looks totally different. Dino Rang, Chopper, they look nothing alike. They're obviously both dinosaurs, but they don't look anything alike. In this case, it's the same thing. We've got a Triceratops now, and it's very different from Chopper and Dino Rang. And so I'm really liking the design standpoint. I don't like it when we get two characters that sort of resemble each other that much, like a whole bunch of humanoid characters. But in this instance, he totally does not resemble any of the other dinosaurs in Skylanders, and he also has a totally different play style to both the other dinosaurs as well. With the big, heavy club mace things, he looks to be a really cool character for just getting in there and trashing the place. He looks so cool, and I'm really excited to get Tritip, and I hope he's Wave 1, because he looks pretty cool. I'm liking him. Some people don't say they don't think he's that cool. I think he's pretty cool, except for the name. I don't like Tritip. I just don't like the name. But everything else, pretty good. Just like Imaginators as a whole. Don't like the name, game, looks pretty awesome. Next up, Golden Queen. Golden Queen looks to be a pretty cool character. At least from the design standpoint, she looks pretty cool. I love her figure. I'm not so sure about her attack style. She just doesn't look like she's going to be my kind of character. Although I'm not entirely positive at this point. She looks like she'll have a ton of ranged abilities, and I'm not a fan of, like, one-sided Skylanders with not a ton of variability. So for instance, like, characters that can, get in there, like Kingpin, do some heavy brawling, but then fall back and kind of summon some things, like ice balls from the sky to crush enemies, Golden Queen looks to be like she'll just mostly be, staff-based attacks, or, like, ranged in general. She's not really going to have a way to get up in there and do anything. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to like Golden Queen. She looks cool and her attacks look cool. But I'm still, like I said, I'm not sure if I will enjoy playing with her as much as some people will. Wolfgang. While we haven't seen anything about Wolfgang, at least in-game, he definitely, from a figure standpoint, looks amazing. And from what I've seen so far, Wolfgang is going to be so cool. I love just the build of him, and I love that they switched his weapon around entirely. Seeing Wolfgang makes me really excited to see the rest of the villains that have been redesigned, and I'm really excited to just see what's in store for us in terms of redesigned villains. Like, what's Luminous going to have if we get a Luminous figure? How is he going to work? How's Nightshade going to work? Those two are going to work totally different, I'm almost positive. And he makes me really excited to see the other characters. Wolfgang himself, though, I can't wait to see him in-game. He looks like he's going to be really awesome. My bet is that he'll be able to use his bow as his primary attack, but then he can get in there probably and, like, swing his bone harp, or I guess it's a bone bow around now, and deal some up-close and personal damage, much like how in his villain form, he could shred his harp, guitar, bone thingy, whatever you want to call it, and send out a volley of musical notes that would damage enemies, or he could do like a power slide in to the enemies and deal massive amounts of damage. So I'm really excited to see if they bring back that aspect of him, where he is a not only up-close and personal character, but can also get back and deal some damage. So I'm really excited to see more of Wolfgang. So, as far as the other characters that have been teased but not fully revealed. I'll talk about them now. The fire character. The fire character that was in the logo. She looks interesting, and I'm hoping that she's not too similar to Torch. We already have a really human-looking fire character, and I'm hoping that we don't get another... I mean, we're of course getting one, but I'm a little disappointed, I guess you could say, that we're getting another really human-looking fire character. But maybe I'll be surprised. Obviously, it's going to play differently than Torch, so I'm really actually curious what the class is of that fire character, and I'm really excited to actually see what that character can do in-game. So, you know, we'll find out soon enough, but I want to kind of postpone my judgment of that character until I can see what she does in-game, because if it's not that good in-game, I'm probably not going to like the character as a whole, because it resembles Torch a bit too much in that they're both humanoid. The life character, on the other hand, the life character looks so good. I really want that life character, and I really want to find out what that life character is. Unfortunately, he'll probably be out in, like, wave 5 or something like that, one of the last waves, because all the cool ones always come out last. But I'm really curious to actually find out what it does. It looks to be like some sort of a, it's probably gonna, I'm really curious what the powers are going to be. It's like, the sword looks like a leaf, but it's got runes on it, so it's obviously not like a leaf sword or anything like that. It's actually, you know, a real sword, possibly stone, I'm not really sure. The character as a whole looks very interesting, and I'm really curious to actually find out more about the life character as a whole. The air character. The air character, in some ways, maybe not in a lot of ways, resembles Thunderbolt. I mean, just in that sort of, like, cloudiness, like, air, embodiment of air type thing. Not a lot, and it's not as, it doesn't totally resemble him, mostly because it doesn't have a sword, but, at least not that I remembered it doesn't have a sword. I need to go back and watch that reveal trailer again. But, I mean, I'm really curious to find out what it does. I don't think it's going to be too close to Thunderbolt that it's going to actually be a problem, but I don't really know. I do kind of like the air spirit look, and I do love the aesthetic that the character has to it, so we'll see how much I like that character in the coming days. Hopefully that one will be revealed at E3. I want that and the life character to be revealed at E3. The water character. The water character, I like the water character. It looks like it's, you can see a bit of her personality, and you can see, from the gear and the aesthetic, that it's like a pirate-looking character. So it looks, that seems pretty interesting, that we're gonna have a pirate-looking character. I mean, we have, Washbuckler, who is, like, pirate-y, but this is sort of a different pirate. It's less cartoony than Washbuckler. So I'm actually really excited to find out more about this character. And, I like her little guns. I like the little, I assume she's a quick shot. So she looks like she'll be pretty fun to play as, with those quick little bursts of water and that whole pirate aesthetic. I'm actually curious what her moveset will be. I assume there will be something a bit more related to her being a pirate-looking character, than just the little guns, so I don't know. We'll find out. Overall, though, I've been pretty impressed with what I've seen so far. There's a lot of people saying that they don't like the characters, and I don't see where they're getting that from, because I think the characters look really cool. They look just as good as they have before. And I don't think that they're running out of ideas or anything like that. I think that they are still continuing to make really good, high-quality Skylander characters. The only one I'm disappointed with is the fact that we have another humanoid fire character. Smolder Dash is already very human-like, even though she's not human-ish. Like, if that makes any sense. She's an upright walking character with 2 legs and 2 arms, and she has a very similar weapon to the fire character. They both have like that whip type thing, and they both look like Torch, and the fire character looks like Torch. So that's the only one I'm not impressed with, but every other character I am really impressed with, and I'm really excited to get my hands on and see more gameplay of, which we'll get at E3. Anyways, that's all for now. Check out my social media in the description if you haven't already, and also enter into my Power Blue Splat and Splatter Splasher giveaway. This has been Portal Master 9351, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!